Oh boy. Another one of these I gotta do. But this one in here. Not terrible. So what? Welcome to the show, my guy. What's
Thanks
going
for
on?
having
How
me.
you doing?
Good, man. How about you?
Hey cool. Guys, I'm from Rev8Performance. I have with me today
Christopher.
Let me call you Chris. Chris, who don't know you? Introduce yourself now.
Alright, guys. Most of y'all may know me from the opera world. Now coming into the car world, dabbling over here.
Alright, so we got an H, we got a Honda.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the Honda.
Alright, now it's a K series with a 5-speed box, and that's about it. Just a K swap Civic with AC.
So you claiming this to be stock?
Stop.
You sure we have on do we can see?
Up to you. You can check
If
it out.
we check for, I ain't gonna see no lines now that can lead to a bottle in the back.
No bottles yet.
You ain't got the exhaust now that's run all the way to the back with the trunk things that got turbo. You sure?
Are you sure?
I can start this before you left my we can see. Cause a lot of people's claim to be stock until the thing gone doing 8 seconds, 7 seconds when the car can't be stock. Anyhow, the current setup for the car, as you said, is stock. Nothing fancy. You got management?
Yeah, Honda.
Honda. So not even injectors, man.
Oh, not to the best of my knowledge.
Not to the best of my knowledge, child boy. And you did events.
Yeah.
You lash a good set of men with a stock Honda. That's what you trying to tell me.
K is his way.
K is the way.
Yeah.
K is the way. K the way. Listen, what's our management you got? Talk to me.
Yeah, just the symbol Honda with the it's before Honda before. Yeah.
All right. So we got a simple. Hold up. Talk to me about this here. What is? I don't even think the camera can see that. What is this? What are you looking at?
A thermos flask. A catcher.
You got a flask cable tied onto the throttle body cable. Who did this? Stop. No, this guy got some sort of a story. Talk to me about this here real quick.
That's how the car came, and that's how I can keep it. I really like it. When I first saw the car, I was like, interesting. And I was like, okay, I guess that would be something to laugh at.
That's the fastest set of coffee a man could ever drink. Yo, you know, as you lashing a man on the 8th and then can run the trap part and crack the coffee and start to listen, that is wild. Differently, you did mention something before. You said you was an off-road guy. Talk to me about that briefly. What project you got?
Right now I have a Suzuki Samurai and putting a K20 in it, turbocharging it on some sticky tires. Let's say I say that.
All right, so you're a samurai guy. I know a few samurai guys. How the relationship with the other samurai guys been?
Going good. There's a friendly competition over there. You guys pushing each other forward. Moving from just stock 16s, slapping on some turbos, to changing the whole engine platforms and getting up even bigger, going bigger and better.
Yeah, because myself personally, Goose, big it yourself. I know Goose, he got a well-known samurai.
Right.
He always be a little back and forth when it comes to competition ways.
Correct.
That is nice. That's
nice. My guy right through, and right now we pushing. Right now we pushing.
True and true. Goose, you bastard here. Hurry up, fix the samurai. My man want to see that. Hurry up. Differently. You say you're candy samurai.
Yeah.
Cause kids do it.
Correct.
We can keep it NA too, or are we turbocharging the samurai?
The samurai can be on boost.
The samurai can be on boost.
Yeah, you're gonna need a little extra help for them.
The little grunt.
Yeah.
To get out the mud. How much horse are we looking at?
Probably about 300 or so, depending on how the box holding up.
So what box it is though?
It can be a Toyota Hilux box.
A Toyota Hilux box mounted to a K.
Yeah.
That's why it's taking the time.
Yeah.
All right.
It's strange.
All right. Yeah, I'm saying. So anyone have ever done this type of conversion before?
Not with the Hilux box, unfortunately. So that's why the build has been getting a lot of attention from overseas and stuff like that, because majority guys K swap but 2-wheel drive. So now K swapping 4-wheel drive. So they're asking like, how is it going? what's the plate, how the match up and stuff like that.
That's nice. How far of a reach overseas you talking about?
Some guys from Texas was the furthest person to reach out to me.
My guy, well done. Put him map all the way in Texas, man.
Yeah.
That is crazy. So, guys, you understand why it's taking a while because he's the pioneer when it comes to that type of a drivetrain, and I hope you get through it. I wish you the best, my guy. Hopefully, we can have it here when you're finished too as well.
Yeah.
So, that being said, you got the Honda, you got the K, and I ain't saying the lines for NOS. What you just do with it? Is it a daily?
Yeah, it started out as a daily, but now it's moving over to a race car. I do autocross and drives, so I prefer the autocross, but I also enjoy the drives too. It's all fun.
Interesting. This is the first guy ever thing that came on the track. All of our guys do drives. Drives are street car. Talk to us about autocross real quick.
Autocross is a nimble sport. It don't matter really your horsepower. You just have to be nimble, and it brings out the best of a driver, the best of the driver, not the best of the car.
So it's a situation where you can have probably the best in technology, a GT3 RS, and probably have some of the slower times as a truck. That's what you're basically saying. It all comes down to your driver kit, which is pretty cool. That's one discipline I did admire when it comes to how good you really are as a driver. It doesn't really come down to technology. It comes down to
coordination.
How has that been coming from a truck though? No, to think of it. How that been? Cause truck man, I see truck man, but they rap up in the mud, like how the drifters is be. No, you gotta be precise. You gotta be a surgeon. You gotta be. And you talk to me how that is.
So the hand movements is basically it's a bit about the same because it's steering as fast as possible as it can, as fast as it do that in the mud too as well. But the braking is where you see a big difference. Where you got to brake earlier with the bigger tires coming down with these small tires and these nimble tires. You can find yourself braking too early and having to get back on the gas and stuff like that. So that's the biggest switch for me.
So I guess it's a situation must remember where you obviously transitioning from off-road to car. You had to brake earlier on the mud, what because we know is like, oh sure you got brake earlier. Then you got so much feet ahead of you. It's like, what do you mean? My probably pits like, wait, Chris braking so early? And Chris like, are you custom braking early? So I guess that's gonna take some time.
That's gonna take some time. Where the traction level is too, because with mud tires when you're in the mud, the middle of the mud, ready. But on the track now, you got a bit more bite and to figure out that sweet spot.
So it's literally like from one far left to next far right. I guess that may get you. When you find out about it, you can be a force to reckon with. You can be a force to reckon with. That's like a WRC driver and an F1 driver. One person's force to reckon with. So you say you also do drives. How has that been?
It's been going well. I'm learning a lot. I thought drives would just jump on the line, stand up in the stands.
Stop. I'm glad you said so. Everybody that said, oh my drives is straight line driving. Talk to me. Has it been really just straight line driving?
It really isn't. A lot goes
Look in the camera, say that again.
A lot more goes into it.
A lot more goes in. Guys, come on, man. Give the drag racing man a lot more respect. Please, but continue.
Right. So a lot more goes into that. Like simply just slipping the clutch off your lane. I wouldn't have never seen that in the spectator area, but as a driver now, you just thought you can't dump the clutch and be like, no, too much wheel spin now. You slip the clutch nice and easy, be as gentle with it, and then pick up speed and then shifting gears too. Cause I'm pushing in the clutch, pull the gear. Somebody be like, nah, your boss can take it flat. Why me flat? Don't come off. Wait,
shoot.
Car can take it. I was like, okay, fair enough. So that was a big experience learning that switch too.
No, you say so with the Honda, as you say, what is it called now? That's called granny shifting too, right? When your foot just my foot keep on lifting. Right. The Honda, you said, does it give you no lift, or you have to use no lift?
I haven't set up anything so like that as well.
Okay, so I guess that's future progress.
That's future, probably.
Cool. That is
right now, just hope and pray I don't miss shift.
But you don't want a 1, a 2, and a 1. We don't want that. So, my guy, you did a lot though. off-roading, autocross, and drags. And then it is daily too.
Yeah.
This car did a lot. You did a lot. How has your journey been from, I guess, everyone starts watching cars because, you know, he's 15, 14, you can't drive it. Well, we're not supposed to drive. How you found the love for it and
how I found
yeah,
it,
how the
got
journey
into
was.
motorsports. Ron Graves, who was the first boy that actually brought me on. He had his own rally car and stuff like that. And working with him, being in the pits with him, teaching me mechanics and stuff like that. That's how I got into it.
That's really, you came in by working on hands and being there, being in the midst of it, as people would say. And he has a Honda. And he teach you well. He teach you well
with a Honda too.
All right. So you say NA. I ain't finding NOS lines as yet. But what future goals? You can stay NA for the rest of your life?
No. Probably this can end up supercharged.
Supercharged.
Yeah.
Interesting. Not unfamiliar, but interesting. Why supercharged?
So in autocross, there's a lot of on-off throttles. So the supercharger would keep me in the power band a little longer. That's nice and neat.
Understandable. So you're catering this more so for autocross.
The autocross, yeah.
And then drags is just icing on the cake, as you say. You're
like,
let me go have a little fun.
Yeah.
But you're more so autocross guy. I respect that, my guy. I respect that. So, as you say, K20 Honda, stock injectors, AC blowing, everything. So, how long you had the vehicle?
About 2-3 years now.
2-3 years, and this seen multiple events.
Yeah.
No rebuilds, nothing like that as yet.
No, not as yet. I haven't had to touch anything on this.
I would just say, you can see me. Everything. That's just a testimony of reliability. You know what I mean? I got some vehicles you only see at events and those on the road. And then you have vehicles like yours, you see events and see on the road. That is really, really cool. Now, I think this question might be very well suited for you. I hope you're ready for it. Because you say you do off-roading, you say into drags, into autocross. How has the community, the motorsport community, been for you? Being involved in those 3 disciplines, how have the community been?
The community, it goes a wide where you meet a lot of different people, and then you find out a lot more overlaps happen in terms of the way people talk to you. So everybody has been friendly. If they see you doing something around, they'll come and say, well, listen, this is a tip for you. I'm so and so. There's a tip. And everybody coming out giving tips. As a young guy in the motorsports, everybody, the older generation has come down and give some tips. Yeah, they don't want to see you beat them. Or you beat them this round, man, I can get you the next round or whatever. But they ain't gonna let us die. They ain't gonna let us suffer.
They ain't gonna let you this. Yeah. What you're saying is, so that's why I like the motorsport industry in a whole, you know, the whole car culture, is because we're passionate about what we do. If we beat you, you take time.
Yeah.
We can give you beer heat. You take slow. They will not take us slug it. But if you see this man breaking up in the road, you're gonna start. I help the lock takes like it, man. You know. Exactly. So it's such a intro. I always look at it as a sibling type of love. You got a brother, you got a sister, man. You always crawling, you brother and sister, but there's somebody you try to be brother and sister. Beer, you beating whoever that is. So I think that's how the car community is.
Yeah.
You this one, you hate one another as much as you love your one another. And I don't really intend on the word hate. But we always patting at one another. And
call it beefing.
Yeah, beefing, you know what I'm saying?
Beef, man.
And then we still love, I always say love is even more than the beef.
Correct.
So I just let you trash talk. And at the end of the day, the men still come and help you.
Yeah, exactly.
The men still come and help you.
Trash talk, yeah. Even if you got be in the bush behind you, you can still trash talk, yeah.
You can still trash talk,
in the bush alone.
It's true. It is true. So, my guy, what else can we touch on? Because I think we covered a lot. We did cover the autocross, we did cover the off-road, and we did cover the drags. Are you doing the event on the 12th and the 13th?
Yes, that's the plan. Might not be able to get all the upgrades I don't want to done before then, but still come on and test out some of the tires.
What upgrades is this now? Because this supposed to be talk to me. We got Tino, talk. What upgrades? No, talk to me.
It's just going to a 6-speed box to give me a better gear ratio for autocross, so that might not help my quarter mile time, but a better clutch too. That can help me off the line.
Okay, all right. If you get me, we still consider that stock.
It's what's going to stock clutch.
We still consider that stock. If he get away, he get away. For the street grudges? Anyone in particular you just have a little back and forth with? Any group of men you just have a back and forth with?
There's a group of men, yeah, but the men going to north up. Think when them going to north up. No, Daryl going to north up too.
Everybody gonna left you?
Yeah.
You lonely?
Yeah.
What you wanna do that?
Yeah.
What other difficulties or rather challenges did you had traversing from a car being high up, little to no traction in the mud, to something being lower with more traction and probably more speed? How has that been, the whole speed transition?
The speed transition was a big jump.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely coming from somebody with like 98 horsepower the most or something, almost double that. But that was a big jump. But in autocross, the main struggle was finding the limitation of grip, because it was anticipating the car to be a little more loose, but it's a lot tighter. So that's where I was losing majority of my time, feeling the car through the corners. And guys are like, just trade
Just toss it.
Yeah,
You worry about the rest later. Just toss it.
yeah, like teachers are kind of guy like, you understand a lot. No, you're not getting fast enough. Drive the car harder. So yeah, teachers that kind of guy.
But I'm glad to see that being an off-road guy, you come, you fall, you fit right in the family, and you have guys teaching you and carrying you along, right?
Yeah.
Because there could be some situations where you might say, oh, you're off-road, man. Well, you can figure it out, man. You hit a few cones and probably tap the wall, and then we might think about helping you. But like I said, the community in Barbados is really, really, really nice. I mean, the bad problems get highlighted more than the good, and the good's not really spoken about.
Right.
But I think we have a really good car community in Barbados.
Correct.
So, I think we've covered a lot. Anything you want to speak on ways? Any persons you want to beg up that help you? Because you did a lot. You did drags, you did off-road, you did autocross. Any guys you want to highlight that really have been there for you?
Right. The guys that have been there for me the longest. Edson has been there with me, Special K, all those guys, Mark Garage, those are the people that have been around me from the start of my motorsport journey. And then coming on later on, Justin and all the rest from the autocross group, they have been really helping me out with the Honda platform, with the cars, Rage as well. Any issues I got, shout Rage. It was the best idea. And then meeting Corey too. Corey come into anything with the computer side and stuff like that. Yo, Corey, this girl doing this. Corey's like, all right, cool. I know what that is. Boom, I got that started back on the road.
So you got a whole crew behind him. I got a whole army behind him, literally. And those guys you call, a lot of them knowledgeable dudes. A lot of them very knowledgeable. So you touched briefly on Corey. You don't know. Rev8Performance. You link, we link. Rev8Performance is the link. How have Corey been with you from the beginning of the car tuning, the Honda?
Right. So from the beginning, I pushed Corey. It was like, your car's pretty fast. Car's work good. Corey. It likes to do a walkthrough of new builds. So he did a walkthrough and said this might be a little down off, adding some sensors and stuff like that for safety. And then when he went on the dyno, he's like, this is not where the car supposed to be. When he put the car where it's supposed to be, it's a whole different beast. It felt like a brand new car. It was a little scary at first. But yeah, getting into it though.
How much it did on the dyno?
About 220, 230.
About 220. You can confirm that, tuna man? About that. That's correct. Pump gas?
Pump gas.
Awesome. So my guy, it's nice having you. Besides that, any businesses you wanna, beg it yourself, buddy. Beg it yourself.
All right. So the two main businesses, Village Wrecker Service and Car to Go. So we have a wrecker and rental cars. So anytime that you're stuck on the road, just give us a shout. 248-7457.
Stuck on the road, give us a shout. Guys, y'all know what it is. Sam from Rev8Performance. Y'all have a great day. All right. Yeah.
All right.